Hey, it's Pastor Larry, and I'm so glad to be able to connect with you this spring and also this summer. You know, it's so amazing, all the great things that God is doing here at Mount Zion. You know, this season we have some things that we don't want you to miss. We want you to be a part of it. We want you to be engaged. You know, first of all, Bible study. We want everyone in the church to attend some type of Bible study. You know, we have many options that are even available for you. You know, first of all, on Tuesdays, I'm here at noon. I teach noon Bible study. We go through the scriptures. We pray together. We're in the sanctuary, and we get a little midweek time together during the lunch break hour to just receive a word from the Lord. So that's just one of the options. Or if you prefer to study online, you know, go to our YouTube page. Go to MZOV.org and maybe join Mount Zion University. But also we have a men and women's Bible study in the educational wing on Sundays at noon. Or Dr. Macon is now doing wonderful Wednesday night Bible study at 6:30 p.m. Right here at the church. So just make it a priority to join in with one of those options. And I'm telling you, it will bless your life. Also this year, you know, we're influencing people to connect. Yes, so now we're starting our connect groups. We've been talking about that for a while. And the question is, what's a connect group? It's just a time to be with others, a time to have fun, a time to meet new people, a time to reconnect, even with some old friends. So you can join like the Sisters Encouraging Sisters Connect group that's going on monthly in May and June. We have bowling events. We already had one of them. We have a restaurant meetup for all the foodies, dance lessons coming up. And hopefully in the future, those that golf will be able to get together. And even for those that travel, our Connect Desk team is basically coordinating these experiences. So sign up in the foyer if you're interested. But here is some great news that I want to share with you. Just some awesome things that we've been doing. God has been moving in our church. You know, in the winter, we began summer basketball leagues in our multi-purpose Dream Center. In the spring, we just partnered with our local schools in Bedford, who are now holding classes for children with autism daily in our educational wing. Yes, we now have school going on in our church. Now that's community ministry right there. Our food pantry, we'll talk about that. I can't brag about the food pantry enough. We've met the needs of the community by handing out groceries on Sundays, and we've collected ties for young men who are looking to go on job interviews in high school, and even weekly, we're still hosting community fitness and yoga right in our gym and family life center space. So all of this is a part of our vision, things that we've talked about for many years to do for the community, to be a safe place for people to socialize, but also a safe place for people to feel the love of Jesus Christ. Don't forget about other things that we have coming up. Think about it. We got Mother's Day in the spring tea, Graduate Sunday, Father's Day Sunday, Vacation Bible School, Kids Month in July with the Family Fun Community Cookout that we always do. And we even have a car show that we're using, that will be utilizing our lot this spring with what they tell us are going to be 1,000 cars. Also, ladies, this is between us. Make sure that you make it to the Sisters Encouraging Sisters event on May 22nd. It's a special ladies' birthday celebration, and that is my mother, Mrs. Marilyn Macon. So bring a smile, bring a gift, and bring encouragement. She's a blessing, and we all have been blessed by her. So make sure that you're there. So also with all that we plan to do and all that we're doing, we know it will cause more wear and tear on our building. So we're in need of volunteers who maybe want to help with repairs or moving chairs around, but we also will be needing extra funds for the maintenance of our church. You know, we're asking you who are willing to bless God's house this spring and summer. It's not a time off. It's going to be a time for all hands on deck. We are needed in this world and in this church. And so with this special offering in the spring and summer, give big. If it's $100 or even $1,000, $500, $250, whatever it is that you can invest above and beyond your regular offering, sow that seed. You know, our major goal is to raise at least $200,000 above our normal tithes and offerings in order to fund our vision for 2025 and beyond. We have that vision book that we give every single year, or we try to unleash it online. And so we have items that need our care. Our HVAC heating and cooling system, our water tank repair and replacement, floor cleaning, furniture purchases and repair, general building and outdoor lot maintenance. There's so much that we can do. But remember, as you bless God's house, God's going to bless your house. There are many things God does, but the biggest thing is He does not fail us. You know, we're in challenging times in our world. Election year, economy up and down, civil unrest, wars around the world, things going on in different colleges, so many voices that try to distract you from the truth. But I want to say to you that when you're connected with the body of believers and you're faithful to God, faithful to family and your church, knowing everything is going to be okay is what will be your destiny. I have someone that came up to me the other day and said, I feel as if God has failed me. This is what I told them. I told them that there's going to be some times when you feel that way, when you feel as if God is not there or he's failed you. But never forget the story of Naomi in the Bible. The Bible speaks about how she was living in Moab, a land far from her home, and she had lost her husband. She had lost 2 of her sons. There was a famine ravaging the land. She was grief-stricken. She was destitute. She was alone. And Naomi, she must have felt like God had forsaken her. From her point of view, God was dealing bitterly with Naomi. But the famine, the move to Moab, and the deaths of her husband and sons were all leading to something glorious and gracious in God's plan of salvation. Naomi would return to her homeland with one faithful daughter-in-law by the name of Ruth. I know you know that story. The kinsman redeemer, Boaz, would save Naomi and marry Ruth. Boaz and Ruth would become great-grandparents of King David, who would carry the bloodline of the Messiah, Jesus Christ. So amidst all her grief and brokenness, Naomi could not see the big picture. She could not know what God was doing. If at some time in your life you feel like Naomi did and you feel as if you are losing faith, never forget her story. Her setback became a setup for something greater. Naomi, from a grief-stricken widow to the catalyst to one of the greatest events in history. Naomi's story, what does it do? It encourages us to remain steadfast in our faith, to rest assured that God provides for the restoration and the redemption of his people. No matter how long we wait, our faith is not in vain. Although traumatized and near despair, Naomi ultimately trusted God's provisional laws that required landowners to allow the destitute to glean from their fields in the harvest, and established a practice of the kinsman redeemer to give justice and relief to the most vulnerable. So we trust in the saving work of Jesus Christ, our kinsman redeemer. Like Naomi, no matter how bleak life seems now, we too may look back and be surprised to see where and how God was working all along. Well, it was great speaking to you. God bless you. Let's stay on the move for Christ. I'm excited. I want you to be excited. Let's continue to do a great work. Take care again, and God bless you.